Okay, so this is something that everybody's been talking about since last year, I believe, like since like the third quarter of last year. But we're supposed to be getting a new Iron Man game sometime in the future. I don't know exactly when, but basically, based on what we know, this is supposed to be a result of EA's deal with Marvel, and I believe EA is supposed to produce at least three games with Marvel, and honestly, I think that's something that's pretty cool, but at the same time, I can't remember the last time we got like a major Iron Man game that wasn't like on VR or anything like that. Because like the Iron Man series in general, like at least like the movie series, was really popular during its time between the late 2000s, early teens. A lot of people said that Iron Man 3, which came out back in 2013, which I believe was a decade ago, directed by Shane Black. That was the best movie out of the three, and I think they did at least a billion in terms of box office revenue. And it's one of the highest grossing like superhero movies of the teens decade. And I honestly feel like back then would have been a perfect time to capitalize off of making a an Iron Man game for like the PlayStation 4 or what have you. But like I can't even remember like when's the last time we got an actual like Iron Man game on a game console. I think it was like 2010 when Iron Man 2 came out. I believe like Iron Man 3 had its own game, but it was on mobile devices, and like for the most part, I do feel like Iron Man 3 deserved its own official game when it after the movie came out. But yeah, there's not too much we know about this new, Iron Man video game that's supposed to be coming out in the future. We have no idea what game system is going to be on. I'm guessing it's going to be third party. It's going to be on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. At least that would make more sense than anything. But when it comes to like Marvel games in general, it seemed like Spider-Man for the most part has gained the interest of many people, like gamers and casuals and all that other stuff. And I do feel that like for the most part, like during the like between 2008 and 2013, Iron Man, despite how good his movies were, for the most part, was overshadowed by Batman. Like when it comes down to like the Batman trilogy from well, like as far as like the movies are concerned, I think Iron Man got overshadowed by the Batman trilogy, specifically Dark Knight and the Dark Knight movie from 2012. And I do feel that for the most part, like Iron Man, like this new Iron Man game definitely has the potential to be one that that sells millions on multiple game systems and all that. I don't expect this new Iron Man like video game to be more popular than like Marvel Spider-Man from 2018, or the most recent Marvel Spider-Man 2 game that just came out the other day, which a lot of people have had nothing but good things to say about it. But like I do feel that for the most part, Iron Man has always been popular. It's just that things have changed, and I do feel that more people are leaning towards like Marvel nowadays as far as popularity is concerned. You hear less about Batman nowadays than you do about like Spider-Man. So that kind of like gives an indication, I guess, that Marvel is starting to become a little bit more popular than it was like years ago, despite the fact that people feel like it's a shell of what it used to be, and it's owned by Disney and all this other stuff. But I believe I mentioned on a video the other day that Disney plans on um, it plans on becoming a publisher of gaming or getting more involved in like video game production and all that stuff. So um I mean, who knows like how this deal with Marvel and EA is going to go. It may extend beyond three games, because I believe that's the current deal. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how this upcoming Iron Man game turns out because I believe the Iron Man VR game got like a mixed reception from critics for the most part. But you look at VR, like virtual reality, hasn't really caught on just yet, and it's not something that's necessarily like mainstream in the sense where you have like a majority of gamers, both casual and hardcore, who are like really into it or anything like that. But I'm really excited to learn more about this upcoming Iron Man game, when it's going to be released, and what game systems it's going to appear on within the next like year or two.